Okay, so now we're going to go in the opposite direction. We're going to start with radians and we're going to convert to degrees. Now, as we said before, remember that pi radians, right? Pi radians equals 180 degrees. So if you have 2/3 pi radians, right? You're or 2/3 pi radians, you're looking at how many degrees it is. You really want to know what 2/3 of 180 is. And 2/3 times 180, or 2/3 of 180, is equal to 120 degrees. Now, if you are not sure about this, or you forget this at some time in the future and you have your conversion, your reference sheet on you, and you look at the 1 radian equals 180 over pi degrees, you would just multiply 2/3 pi times 180 over pi. Now the pi's just cancel out. So you're left with exactly what we said before. 2/3 times 180 is 120 degrees. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the next one. This is the same as negative 1/2 pi. So you're looking at what is 1/2 of 180 degrees. Okay, so negative 1/2 times 180 would be negative 90 degrees. 1/2 of 180 is 90, and it's negative. So it would be negative 90 degrees. Same thing if you took that and multiplied it by the conversion of 180 over pi. Remember that when we multiply fractions, it's the same as this being over one whole fraction. So when we multiply, the pi's cancel out, and we end up with negative 180 over 2, which is negative 90 degrees. And I apologize for the meowing and the barking, but I have all my animals around me. They're behind closed doors, but they seem to be very loud anyway. Okay, so 11/4 pi times 180 over pi. Pi's cancel out. And when I multiply 11/4 times 180, now if you go ahead and do this straight across, like we've been doing for the fractional expressions, that would be 1980 over 4, which is equal to 495 degrees. Okay, and again, you're looking at 11/4 of 180. Well, 11/4 is an improper fraction. The numerator is bigger than the denominator, so that means you have more than a whole 180. So you're going to end up with a number greater than 180. All right, now, if you notice at the top in the directions, which I didn't read, which I probably should have, it says round your answer to the nearest degree when necessary. So far, it's been coming out to an exact integer number of degrees. But here, when we multiply negative 4/7 times 180, the pi's cancel out as they did before. But now you have 4 times 180 on top, which is 720, divided by 7. And don't forget the negative out front. Well, that's not, 720 is not evenly divisible by 7. So when you divide that, it comes out to be negative 102.85 and a lot of other decimals after that. It says to round it to the nearest degree, so that would be negative 103 degrees. Okay, you can go ahead and do the practice section of the Google form now.